Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. We appreciate you being here. And for you folks that have not yet done so, if you would, hit that subscribe button. Helps us grow our channel. And if you like the content, you like the information we deliver, be sure to click that like button as well. And before you go, check out the links below with a lot of information that can help you grow and develop, your business and your company, in the gym industry. Now, our topic for you today is the top 8 challenges facing your gym. So let's get right into it. Number 1 on our list, it's the issue of uncertainty. And it's uncertainty about the future. And uncertainty is always, going to be on kind of any list when we talk about, challenges that face any business. And right now you have more uncertainty perhaps than we've had in the past. But what you want to make sure you do is, get a plan together. How are you going to manage, this uncertainty? Because the more certain you can become, the better you're going to become at decision making and moving forward. And this is the same thing, with your customers. And one of the things that I would comment on here in terms of, kind of overall uncertainty with your community, with customers, with prospects, consider maybe establishing an advisory board for your gym. And on your advisory board are doctors. And so you can start to market, if it's true, that you are being monitored, governed by an advisory board. It does include doctors. Include, as far as your uncertainty, that you're going to, whatever rules and regulations the state puts out there in terms of how you have to run your business, whether it's social distancing, it's wearing a mask, it's hand sanitizers, it's checking temperatures, whatever it is, you're going to commit to do more than what's being required. And then number 3, think about policies that you're not just leasing space to your members, you're just not selling a membership card, you're really monitoring attendance, you're monitoring results, and really going into some depth in terms of how you're helping folks, get the results that they're looking for. Because in great part, this will go a long ways, toward establishing certainty in your marketplace. So the more you can do like that, the more it's going to help grow your business down the road. Now, the second challenge, that gyms face is the issue of financial management. And there's a couple of comments I would make here. I know I sat in a meeting one time with a client, and we're talking about marketing and spending money. And I said, well, what does your budget call for on that? And he goes, well, we really don't have a budget. Okay. And so, establish budgets, sit down and look at them. But the 2 big things on financial management that I would like to comment on is A, keep your debt manageable. And to the extent that you can, hopefully, if you have debt, make sure it's good debt. It's debt that's helping grow your company. It's debt that's helping you increase your business. Lines of credit, credit card debt, these are horribly bad debts. And as we found the last several months, companies have had a lot of debt, it's put them at significant risk. The other thing I would talk about in terms of financial management is, having cash on hand. And it's a good rule of thumb. At minimum, I would suggest having, 1 month of operating expenses on hand. So if it costs you, $40,000 a month to run your business, I would have at least $40,000, sitting in an account. Okay, so be mindful of financial management here, and even how to control budgets and things like that is going to be a big part of it. Number 3, it's monitoring performance. And this one continues to be a big one for a lot of gym owners that I get a chance to talk to, is really monitoring performance. For example, what is our quotas? What is our goal for daily sales or for monthly sales and daily cash collected and monthly cash collected, and how much are we going to add to the dues, and what's our retention, things of this nature. We have to know our numbers. You have to monitor performance. And the reason we do is because we have to know that things will change, and we want to be able to adapt and understand, based on looking at our numbers, we know how to respond. It could be maybe you're getting lots of traffic, and maybe the problem is how we're controlling it at the front. Maybe the problem is we're not presenting our membership options to them. If sales are down, maybe you're not getting traffic. We need to really monitor performance of everybody on staff and know exactly where you're at. Essentially, do the math on this. Number 4, regulations and compliance, and for state to state, this changes. New laws come in, whether it be how you can collect monthly dues. Can you do long-term contractual commitments? What's the automatic rollover look like? Certainly in the modern era, things such as social distancing, face masks. Can you even be open? A lot of things that are out there, and we want to make sure that we're staying at the forefront of this. And my suggestion on anything of this nature is do more than what's required. Let's don't just look for ways to kind of beat the system. Let's do more than what's required, because part of this too is we're trying to create certainty in the marketplace, and sometimes take some of these things and how can we use these things to our advantage to help grow our business. Number 5, it's kind of competencies, and it's recruiting the right talent. And this is a big issue for, most every club that I talk to, I think, is bringing in quality people. And one of the things I want to suggest when it comes to recruiting and things of this nature, get a process in place. I would suggest, literally writing a plan of action on how you're going to bring in, new people, and how are we going to onboard them. And I know there's other videos you can check out, here on the channel that can kind of walk you through some of this. But how are we going to get these people in? How are we going to get them trained? How are we going to get them onboarded? And then how are we going to put them in a position to be successful? And this is a big key here, because the better job we can do of this really becomes a springboard for everything that you do. Okay, so making sure we got that plan of action in place for really top talent. Number 6, technology. Technology, it can be a great thing, it can be a not so great thing. There's still, even the day and age that we're in, a lot of clubs, are not taking advantage of technology. And one of the biggest things that I would say to look at, okay, when it comes to technology, because boy, you can get overwhelmed with it in a great big hurry. But when it comes to technology, first look at it of how you can use it to leverage your time. How can you get more done with technology? What else can you automate? And I'd be real careful about, let's don't over-automate the human interaction part of this. That's part of it, but let's make sure we're still talking to people. There's clubs out there right now that I talk to that we're literally not talking to people. Everything is a technology interaction. So be careful of that, but learn to leverage your time. As an owner or as a manager, what can you use technology for to automate that frees you up to do something else? That's probably the first place I would look if you're not using it. And then if you are using it, do an evaluation. Are you using it, like it's meant to be used? I know there's a lot of folks that have some really powerful programs, but they really don't use them. And if you're not going to use them, there's really no sense in putting the money out for them. So, go back and take a good look at that. Number 7, is the issue of just exploding data. There is data everywhere, okay, and there's a lot of it. And, what I would suggest, I'd start with your key information. I'd want to know my retention numbers. I'd want to know, what kind of traffic am I getting in the gym every day. I'd want to know what my closing percentage is. I want to know what my penetration rate is on personal training. There's key data that I'm going to want to know. But then also, I'm going to go out and get data that tells me, or gives me information to help me make better decisions. It's like, I'll give you one piece of data that's always interesting, is that folks that join on a month-to-month membership, on average, they'll stay for 6 months. Whereas a person who joins on a 12-month program, on average, they'll stay for 15 months. Well, there's some clear benefits there. And if we can understand how to take advantage of that, you can grow your business all of a sudden based on this data and based on this information. And then, lastly, as far as our top 8 challenges that you're going to face in your gym, is the issue of customer service. And we want to make sure that we're giving folks more than they ever bargained for. Give them an unprecedented level of value. and start from day one. If we can make this the approach, not only is this going to help your retention, this is going to help your referrals, it's going to help your quality of sale, it's going to trickle all the way down. But make your focus on customer service to give an unprecedented level of value. Make sure we interact with our customer. And folks, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. We appreciate you being here at the channel today. And again, if you've not done it, hit the subscribe button. Helps us reach more people, helps us help more people in the fitness industry. And be sure to check out our links below on opportunities and ways that you can further grow your business and develop it as the months go on. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. Hope you all have a great day.